win by us. I thought our guys played, really hard. Beat a team that's very difficult to defend with the way they run their offense. They average 84 points a game, and to hold a team like that under 60 takes a heck of an effort. So I'm very proud of our guys. We forced 20 turnovers. That's something we've done pretty much all year, is force turnovers, and did it again tonight. So I thought that energy and activity defensively was good. And then there's a lot of things we continue to improve on. So we have to continue to work as we go forward. I was really happy with the overall team effort.
Obviously, they're kind of a similar team as Stetson. They're going to, shoot it from long range, and obviously you weren't happy with that last week. So how did the hard week in practice, Darius kind of alluded to, which the work you guys put in, how did that pay off today?
Well, I thought it paid off because I thought we were more active. We were flying around. We had more of awareness on shooters, and even though they still knocked them down, that's what they do. They knock the number of them down. I thought they were more challenged. They were more difficult. And that's what you have to do. At this level, people got players on teams that can really shoot the basketball, and you have to try to make them miss. You can't just hope they're going to miss. So I thought our guys' effort, our guys rotating and covering for each other was as good as we've had, this year.
Tough week in practice then since the Stetson loss. Did you see the results of that tough practice in this game?
Yes, I did. That's what you want to see. We talked to our team about, how we had to respond, coming off a game. That was a tough game for us. So we had to regroup, and I thought our guys did regroup. We regrouped all week. We worked on the things we had to improve on, and then I thought we responded with a really good, overall performance defensively, and I thought our offense complemented that by how we played with our pace and the things that we want to do offensively.
So would you say that having a longer week instead of only a few days after the Stetson loss was just good for the guys to reset?
I thought it was exactly right. We had a chance to definitely kind of reset, regroup, and find out who we are. And I thought through those practices, we had some intense practices. Guys really got after it. You saw more leadership coming up. You saw guys being more vocal, guys, with a sense of urgency. And that's what you have to have. And I thought they responded in the game that way, and that's what you want to see as you're going forward. Because I'm learning more about these guys every game, as you know. And I think today, at first, is a guy like Chi-Chi, who started probably his first game for us since he's been with us. I thought he did a good job in that role. We played him at a different position. We started him for the first time. And that can be a big challenge for any young player. But I thought he responded by, giving us a great effort, 12 points, 6 rebounds in his minutes. So he was very productive for us.
At the very beginning of the game, there was kind of that scoring drop, but you guys got out of it. But how were you able to get them to, start scoring?
Well, I'll tell you what, when you have a lineup out there, and it's an unusual lineup because you have Chi-Chi at the 3, Silla at the 4, and Omar at the 5. So, you don't have really true perimeter guys out there except for DJ and Jalen. So we were trying to play through them a little bit to try to score, but you give Lipscomb credit. They had game planned us very well. They had time to prepare for us. And so they took some things away that we normally, look to go to. So then after that, I thought a real good sub was subbing in Shamari. I thought Shamari came in and gave us great energy, made some plays defensively, got us out and running, got some, offense off our transition and the break. And I thought that kind of really got us, over the hump as far as, seeing the ball go in and getting some momentum offensively.
I know it's still kind of early. You're still, obviously tinkering with lineups, but what was the thought process behind that? Is that just something you saw matchup-wise, or is that something you think is better for your team moving forward?
Well, no, it didn't happen. It happened because we had a guy go down in practice, and so he didn't really practice yesterday. So Shamari was out the lineup because he missed practice yesterday, and so very rarely will I start someone who doesn't practice the day before the game. So that's what he was in that situation, no fault of his own. So we ended up having to tweak the lineup because of that. But as far as practice was going, I thought everybody was practicing with a level of intensity. They were making each other better. They were competing every single possession. And we have to continue to build on that going forward.
What's DeMar's status?
Still getting close. Thought he was kind of there maybe this game, but wasn't quite there yet. And so we're going to be, cautious and make sure he's ready to go when he feels really good and can go out and contribute. Because the last thing you want to do is put him out there too early and have another setback. So we're going to continue just to bring him along, and hopefully he'll be back sooner than later because he's a guy that can help us with his experience. Defensively he's good. He's good with the basketball in his hands. So we miss him, but want to get him back the right way.
You used a lot of your bench tonight. There was a time period, maybe midway through the second half, you went with an extended time period. I felt like with Tyler and Nils and Comey. What was the intent, and did you see what you wanted to see from those guys?
So a lot of young guys on the floor out there. But, you know, I had confidence in those guys. You know, we had been in this situation before. And, you know, I just wanted those guys to get out there and allow our players that play, you know, log a lot of minutes to be able to get more time, you know, to rest. Because the way we're playing and picking up in the full court, pressing and running, you know, it takes a lot of energy. So you have to have a deep bench and guys that you can trust and count on to be able to come out there and contribute. You know, I thought during that stretch when they cut it to around 10, you know, I thought Tyler's 3 was a big shot for us. Tyler's 3, I thought Comey's 3. Those guys both made big plays for us because they were ready. You know, it's one thing I can have confidence in you. You know, that's why I put you in the game, but it's your confidence that keeps you in there. And they made plays, and that just continues to give us confidence that they can continue to help contribute.
How important is this last month, the month of December, before you guys jump into conference play next month?
It's hugely important for us. You know, we have to continue to get better. We have to continue to get our rotations down. You know, we have a lot of new pieces, as we mentioned before. And the only way you can do that is to go out and play in these type of games and compete and learn about one another. You know, learn who we can put in situations, which combinations work well for us. All those things are going forward. We have to be aware of, and I think we are. And I will get better from these games that we're playing because, as you know, you guys are watching college basketball. And you've heard me say it a million times. There's so much parity in college basketball. I mean, it's no longer where you look at a team's name on the front of the jersey and thinking, oh well, that team is is this way and another team is something different. You know, everybody has good players and everybody has good teams. They're well coached, and so you're going to be challenged every time you step foot on the floor. I thought we were challenged tonight again. I mean, every time we built a big lead or a good lead, they chopped it. I mean, people have players that are capable of shooting the ball well enough that no lead is safe. So you got to keep playing for 40 minutes.
Payne with four fouls in 4 minutes of action. What do you need to see from Omar?
I need to see Omar continue to, get comfortable, and just roll with us. I mean, he's no longer where he was. He's playing for us. He needs to get comfortable in that role. He needs to understand, how do I pick up my fouls? Like we're showing him those things. How am I picking up my fouls? Are there some things that are common that I can, avoid putting myself in those situations? And we're going to keep teaching him, and it's a process. He has to understand to avoid fouls. You have to be very disciplined defensively. You have to be in the right places. These are the things that keep you from picking up, cheap fouls. So I think this will be a lesson that he'll learn. 4 fouls in 4 minutes, as you mentioned, is pretty tough. I mean, so I think he'll be better from this experience going forward.
What do you hope he brings to you when he is on the court?
I want him to bring us a defensive presence, in the paint. He can block shots, he can alter shots. We need him to rebound the basketball. And on the offensive end, I just need him to be just poised. And, I think he's a capable shooter on the perimeter from 15 to 20 feet out. I think he can knock down that shot. I think he can score around the basket. And so, basically, I need him to defend, rebound, and just finish the offensive plays that are in front of him. If he can do those things, he can really contribute to our team, and we need him to do those things.
Darius Johnson, 19 points, 3 for 6 from three-point range, 7 for 12 overall. What are your thoughts on his performance tonight?
I thought he had a really good floor game, as you mentioned. You look at the stat sheet, I think you'll see him having numbers in most of the categories, and that's what you want to see. You want to see a player that's active. I thought he defended real well. I thought he got after it defensively. I thought offensively he played with real good pace, pushing the basketball the way we want to play. So on both ends, I felt his presence on the floor. And then, of course, like I said, we know he can shoot. I mean, actually, you guys haven't seen as much as we do because we're in practice every day. And he knocked down the shots that he typically knocks down every day in practice. And so it's really good to see him, play the way we see him play. I'm sure if you ask our players, the way he plays every day in practice, which was good to see. And I hope he can continue to build on it.
How important was it to see some other guys pick up where Jalen had maybe a bit of an off night for him?
Well, it was good to see. We want to have depth, and we need guys to be able to pick up the slack when guys aren't having maybe their A-game night. And so that's why I said Chi-Chi. I thought Chi-Chi gave us a huge lift in that role. I thought the guys off the bench, Tyler and Comey, gave us a lift in that role as well. So when you have guys that are capable of coming in and chipping in, that really makes it a little bit easier for everybody else. It takes the pressure off a guy like Jalen and Philly has to be able to do that every night because he knows he has guys he can trust that can help in that area.
What's that?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Coach.
All right.
3 for 6 from the three-point line. Overall, pretty good night overall for you guys from the three-point line. Was that an emphasis coming into this game?
Yeah, we definitely want to get up a lot of threes. Our percentages don't show it, but I feel like later on down the stretch, we're going to shoot the ball better.
I know the month is just starting, but still, how important is it to kind of set the tone for what's going to be happening next month with jumping into conference?
It's gonna be super important. You know, each game we have to continue to build, especially defensively. Our opponents are gonna continue to get tougher each game, each every night. So we just gotta be ready to continue to build and practice.
You let a big lead get away against Stetson, and tonight they caught up a little bit, but then you pushed them away again. How important was that to reassert yourselves?
You know, I just had to regroup our team. You know, I know what it feels like to let a lead slip away. So as the point guard, leader of the team, you know, I have to find a way to keep us steady and keep us continue to build a lead.
You had about a week off. I think it was like last game was on Sunday after the tournament, and then the Stetson loss. Was it kind of just nice to have a week off to regain, or like what was happening this past week?
This week was a tough week, you know, especially coming off a loss. You know, practice was super intense, so it wasn't really the week off that we expected it to be or that we wanted it to be. But, you know, we had a lot to learn, and I feel like we did that in practice and today in the game.
There was a time period, I think, midway through the second half. I mean, the game wasn't at hand yet, and Coach went with a younger lineup for an extended period. And you were on the floor, I think, for some of it, but it was Nils and Nakome and Tyler and a bunch of guys, and those guys were able to extend the lead. What did you see from some of those young guys getting some valuable playing time?
That's great. It shows a lot of growth. You know, guys coming off the bench, they were ready for the role. They stepped right into it and were able to make plays. You know, coach has been preaching to us. We have a lot of depth, and it doesn't make sense if guys are just out there pacing themselves and going high speed for those guys not to get a chance to play.
What strides do you think you guys made from the last game defensively?
We took away the 3-ball. You know, we still had some mistakes with that, but I feel like we're gonna learn and watch film and learn from that.
We responded, because we had a bad loss last time, and it was really sad for us, and we learned from it. So I was just more excited how my team come up today, play hard, and try to prove.
What did you do better defensively as a team?
I feel like today, like the goal was like for everybody, like to lock in, play some defense. Like we didn't care about what we going run on offense, but it was more like let's stop the ball, like let's all play defense. So and I feel like everybody did their part.
9 rebounds on the day for you. What was the key to you for grabbing all those misses today?
Oh, I got 9. I thought I got 3. That's great. Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to be there for my team, man. Whatever they need me like to do, I'm gonna do it. And I feel like they needed me to play defense, grab as many rebounds as I can, block so many shots today, you know. And that's what I'm trying to do, like my best every night. So.
Obviously, you're an experienced player, but this is a new team for you, getting adjusted to UCF and everything. How would you feel like it's going early in the season? Are you where you need to be, or do you feel like you still have improvements to make to kind of mesh with everybody?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of improvement. Like you said, that's a new team. I think we got 10 new guys. So, like, sometimes it takes a lot of time, you know, like, to build a team and know, like, what everybody does good, what everybody doesn't, like, don't do good. So, like, we still playing, we're learning. Like, I'm learning how my teammates go, like, every day. So, you know, I feel like it's there. It's a work in progress right now.
Do you see the communication improving amongst your teammates as the season moves along here?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's improving a lot. Coming from me too, like sometimes I wasn't talking as much as I was supposed to, and now I feel like I'm doing more talking. So like, yeah, for sure.
Why did you choose to come to UCF? You got transferring from San Jose State. What was it that appealed to you about coming here to UCF?
Well, Coach Dawkins, UCF, they offered me like long time ago, like before I go to college. So Coach Dawkins was just a coach, like, you know, like he's a great coach. Everybody want to play for him. Everything that he did when he used like to play ball. So, you know, I just know like me being at UCF, he's going to take care of me. So, you know, like there's a lot I need like to do, and he was just like the right guy. So it was not like hard.
What have you enjoyed about your time here at UCF so far?
I enjoy everything. I enjoy the people, like very nice people, like Coach Dawkins and everybody else. They're all nice. So, you know, I'm learning a lot. I enjoy it every day.
So you said you were offered by UCF right before you went to Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
Like a while ago. So that might have been when UCF had Taco.
Nah.
Or was there?
Yeah, They
Maybe.
offered me when Taco was here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I mean, did you notice him, or do you?
Yeah, I met Taco when I played basketball camp. That was 2016. That was a long time ago. And yeah, Taco, I met him when I came to play here, and he recruited me too. He wanted me to come to UCF. So when I transferred again, he called me again. Said, yeah, you need to make a move there, like this and that. Me and him, we are cool. So that's my guy from the same country. So it was just I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust. He's my big brother. So yeah.
What do you want to see this team build upon before its next game?
Defensively, I feel like we got a lot more to show. I feel like we got a lot of stuff on the tank right now, and yeah, I feel like there's a lot of work we can do defensively, and we're working on it right now, and hopefully we're gonna show that next game. Yeah, show.
All set?
Great, so appreciate it.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
a lot. Thank you. Take care.